everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, I really do think that William has said game on. So I'm going to do a reading with the Fool going through the back door, being neutral, to try and find out if my suspicions are correct. The reason why I'm doing this is because, well, let's just say, Margot, of all the dates that she could have picked, not only to just drop the advert, which was this week, 2 days before Catherine's Christmas event, which is an ongoing thing for at least 5 years, with at least 6 months planning, and the date was always set. But Michael had to pick it to go up against her, right? So I'm going back last week at the time of reading, where William was in Brazil. And again, we had a lot of shade there. There was a reading about that. It got to the point where I think that eventually, when William finally got home and had a look about all the shading that his brother had done, and, cosplaying William as well, for the vets, that I think William is now stepping up to the plate. We're going to probably see this a lot. And I think that we've got a message happening, because what happened is that all of a sudden, out of the blue, William showed up on a live on Dancing with the Stars, right, with Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin's son. So, of course, we're a little bit aware of this, being an Aussie kind of thing. And, he broke the internet. And that was around about the time that she announced that she was going to drop something a couple of days ahead of Princess Catherine. So, where does this lead to? There was also another one that I saw too, that William also has sent a message again, another live message to Sara Cox. And that was very touching as well. And it was all about all her 5 marathons, I believe, in 5 days to raise money and children in need. Now, let's just backtrack a couple of years ago in November 2023. Bearing in mind that around about December, that was the last time we saw Princess Catherine until she had to be rushed to hospital as an emergency in 2024, right? And we know the horrible story after that. So, in November 2023, Princess Catherine, or Catherine Princess of Wales, but I always say Princess Catherine, I just do, it suits her, and she earns it as far as I'm concerned. Royal blood or not, she's going to be the mother of the future king, or she is the mother of the future king. So, she actually opens the Children in Need charity. Go to September this year, and this is one of the charities where Ginger was actually seen in, I'm pretty sure it was Nottingham, correct me if I'm wrong, where he was pledging, and it says donation, but it's not confirmation, where he was pledging, right, £1.1 million to, let me guess, children in need. Doing a bit of shade, are we, little bro? So, what does William do now? Awesome. I really, really do think that he's had enough. And he's actually showing, his brother that every time you shade me, look what I can do. I've only got to do a video and it breaks the internet to all the little petty cosplaying that they do. But let's just see if this is just me and wishful thinking. Alright. Okay, so you've got the Hangman and you've got the Hierophant. It's looking good. You've also got the Two of Wands as well, that's reversed. You've got the Eight of Cups, that's reversed. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and these cards are hot because that is reversed. This is a gingerhead one. This is where he is now, and he's got absolutely nothing to offer. Nothing to offer. People don't want to have anything to do with whatever he's offering, despite maybe the donations. But, this is reversed. So I wonder if he has literally paid out anything that he made that big announcement where no one turned up. There was all gates, but no one turned up, right? Very interesting. It looks like that, despite the fact that, the gingerhead one definitely had his world in his hands, probably more so than William, because he was very, very popular. However, he's stuck in this thing, probably in his head as well, allegedly entertainment purposes only, that he's got to go against the British royal family. Every time there is something, he's got to go against the British royal family. And here's the British royal family here in the past, just hanging around, never complain, never explain, just biding their time. You've got the Six of Wands, and that's reverse. You've got Death now come through, and the Ace of Swords. So the truth is going to absolutely come out. Absolutely. Harry should have moved away. He needed to just go and do what he wanted to do on his freedom flight, quote unquote. He didn't. Now the truth is all starting to come out. It's also here. William is also planning on making it a non-event. So, because I really do think that this when he was over with Brazil, because Earthshot William is very, very proud of Earthshot, and that's his baby. And I really do think now that Harry's not going to get invited to anything. There was a time that they used to see it as a non-event. However, it does look like that William, have now, or the Hierophant here, cut off the deadwood, literally. And the truth is going to come out. So it does absolutely appear to be what I'm thinking. Because it was very, very short. Normally William will make one appearance on something, some video, but he wouldn't be doing two things very, very fast. But let's just say, yes, there you go. New partnership, new engagement. Absolutely. This is the Two of Cups. And you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. The new engagement here. William coming out, being more obvious, instead of official things, just random things where the gruesome twosome can't track. There's no way in a million years they were going to be able to know that William was going to do a random video one and, be on the world stage for Dancing with Stars. There was also no way they were going to know that William was also going to support the presenter that was, doing the marathons for children in need. No way. They wouldn't have known that. This is your new partnership. This is a new engagement that he's now doing. And he's doing it himself because he can't trust people, allegedly, right? To stop the merging, to stop Harry merging, literally. Could say gruesome twosome, but I've got Harry on there. This is going forward now into the future to stop Harry. All right. So now you've got the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. That is to make a change for good health, for good fortune, for good luck, all things good, to make a change, make that wheel move. King of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting. I think they're targeting Harry, I really do. And I think this is going to be the start. Even when he turns, 50, I think if Harry wants to be the king of his own, legacy, he absolutely needs to stop doing what he's doing. But he's stuck. Yeah, there's the legacy here. That was the cards that I was getting through. Yeah, he needs to stop. He needs to stop the attacks at home. He definitely needs that. We've also got probably someone here coming through as a knight in shining armor, I think, more than likely, and he's going towards the wheel here. I think more than likely this is William. I put William on a very, very, the highest pedestal that I put any person. And I say the Lion of Windsor all the time. It's not my hashtag, but I did see it a long time ago, and I use it, just to strengthen the hashtag. I do see him as the Lion of Windsor. I do see him making his legacy and the inheritance and everything that the Hierophant stands for, which is right up the top. Positive. A good change, a positive change in the air, in the media, on the internet. This is all the 8 in the whole environment, including Earthshot, ironically. This is a whole kit and cadoodle here happening. And he's not going to be putting up with any bad things in his home, in his home territory. He's not going to be putting up with it. Even if he sees Harry as the King of Pentacles. I don't see him as the King of Pentacles. But when he comes to ruler, he will become the King of Pentacles, right? Eventually, Harry's going to turn 50 plus, and this is the message that William set out. I'm starting it now because you've got nothing to offer, and it's going to continue. I'm the knight in shining armor here. I'm going to be the emperor. You're not the emperor. I'm going to protect our own Hierophant, our own legacy. No more negative toxic. Okay, so what do we got here? Alright, we've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Chalices, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this is very much a message to make a change on the social media and in mainstream media. William knows that all he's got to do is something simple, something very, very short, something brief, and it's going to hit mainstream media in a heartbeat, within seconds. It's live, which is something that you very, very rarely see. It's not orchestrated, it's random, it's genuine. The messages that are going through, he's doing it himself. All against Markle. He's got this issue now, and I don't blame him, more so because of what she has just done recently. You've got the Queen of Swords here and the Queen of Cups. Eight of Pentacles as well. Staying focused on the task. Making a little bit of money, sure, but staying focused on the task. He knows when there's a divorce, there's going to be more of this for Markle. He knows this. And he also knows there's going to be a divorce. He is also protecting Princess Diana. He's over how they cosplay, more so her. The Nine of Pentacles, who acts single all the time, who may as well be single. He doesn't want any of this shading to continue. And he has shown that he's not going to just do the never complain, never explain and just wait around and think it's all going to go away. He's not going to do that. He knows it won't go away. He knows with the Nine of Pentacles, it's never going to go away. Sadly, this is what happens. And now he's starting to deal with it. I really do think that with the Nine of Swords here, this is also the attack on the mainstream media. William does use his own social media, and mainstream media will pick up everything that he posts. William knows this. They've done this purposely because of all the false narratives, because of all the BS that the Sewer Squad, as well as Team Sussex and their camp, constantly do on a daily basis, constantly. William does it all himself. And it's to protect his legacy, to protect the monarchy, especially when he comes in. We're going to see more of this, and I think this is brilliant. I know there are times where people would say they wouldn't do it, probably times now people say they shouldn't do it. They need to address the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is in Montecito or across the pond at least. Even the Our Late Queen every now and again would release, one sentence like, recollections may vary, and of course Princess Catherine was allegedly behind that as well. Not doing anything for the last 3 years, it has got out of control to the point where in the last 2 weeks they shaded Brazil, or Harry targeted the children in need just recently in September, and Markle constantly targets whatever Princess Catherine is doing. So now she's doing a holiday. It's not even Christmas, it's a holiday thing that she decided to release. 2 days before, and they've dropped that ad already purposely to shade William. It's just amazing, like I said, what William can do, and he knows the power. He has the power. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think we're seeing more and more of the Lion of Windsor and what's going to happen in the future, and it's pretty good from what I can see here. Alright guys, see you again soon. Bye.